Hello and welcome to the beautiful rolling fields of God's own country. We're in Yorkshire.
Picturesque French.
You're doing very well.
Thank you so much. Not again patronising.
A little bit kangaroo. Kangaroo petrol.
Whoopee! We're bouncing along on a brand new road trip with two antique experts, 20th century design whiz Mark Hill and Queen of Silver, Margie Cooper.
It's our first road trip together.
I am really looking forward to this. It's fair to say you've been in this business longer than me. You've seen.
Yeah, but I'm a generalist, really, and you're a bit scary with your knowledge of pots and glass, aren't you?
Play nice, you two. There's plenty of time to get to know each other in this wonderful 1980 MGB Roadster.
Well, this is quite comfy.
It is comfy. I like this. It's getting a bit... Oh, no. Sweaty. Steaming up.
The wipers are going a bit fast. Can we go a bit slower?
Better now. Better now. What's Margie short for, by the way?
Marjorie.
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 Not Margaret, then.
Yeah, it was a cousin of my father's. But I'm Margie.
You're Margie, not Marge. So as I get to know you,
Well,
can I call you Marge?
Marge is just a big lump of yellow fat, isn't it? Don't you dare say it.
I'm choosing my words carefully and deciding not to say any whatsoever.
Whoever wins best of 5 auctions on this trip will declare themselves champion. For this road trip, Mark and Margie are starting off in Yorkshire before heading up north of the wall into the Scottish borders and on to a final clash in medieval Edinburgh. They've got £200 each to splash on every leg of the journey. Let battle commence.
We're going to be close by the time.
Oh, yeah. So can I
Very
call you
close.
Marge, then?
No.
Is that what happens with close friends? No!
You can't call me Marge.
Why not?
Well, this bodes well for the rest of the week. On this leg of the trip, they'll be making their way north towards Pudsey on the outskirts of Leeds, kicking things off in Huddersfield. A town once famous for its fabulous textiles, Huddersfield is also known as the birthplace of rugby league and home to the Huddersfield Giants, the oldest professional rugby league club in the world. So, after being thoughtfully dropped off by Mark, Margie will be hoping for touchdown in Serendipity Antiques. With 9 rooms of period furniture, ornaments and curiosities, it's definitely worth a punt. Owner Sam is supervising things. Good chap. Okie dokie then. Stand by.
Now, this is interesting, isn't it? Look at this. Oh, gosh, look at this. This is a Deco old gas heater, but look how stylish it is. So obviously the connection was there, and it's quite nice to have the maker's name there, which is Harper's. I think they're quite a well-known maker of... In the early 1900s, they made furnaces and kilns. Now, this is like 1930s, isn't it? Shall I buy it?
And only 20 quid, not bad.
So, obviously Art Deco.
Meanwhile, Mark has motored on to neighbouring market town of Halifax. We're cooking with gas already. He stopped off for a rummage in Barnyard Antiques, where every nook and cranny is crammed with nostalgic collectibles. Ah, and there's good old Richard keeping a watchful eye. Much appreciated, sir. Nice tip for...
Antiques of the road trip future. We're looking at one of the original mobile telephones. Dating back to about 1987, we've got an NEC TR5E 1009A. Wow!
Smart thinking. 20th century technology is a growing collector's market.
You could store 60 telephone numbers and names on this. Backlit screen, hands-free operation. This was the bee's knees. What a fantastic surprise to find this. It is battered, but it's £30. That is a definite maybe. We're going to have to do something on the price. Thankfully, I don't have to make a call.
I don't think there's any talking him out of that one. Anything else? Here we go. Stand by.
Oh, blimey, this is right up my street. I don't know about you, but my memory is dreadful. I'm constantly writing notes and lists. And this is a deskette. So you put a roll of paper in here, roll the paper out underneath here, a little bit like a toilet roll, and then pull it down and put it underneath this wire. Then you could write your little notes on there, pull it down, tear it off on the wire and stick it on the fridge. I like that. And for £24.99, meh, if there's a little bit of variance in the price, perhaps so. Can't resist a propelling pencil either. What better than to go with my deskette than this really small mid to late 19th century gold-plated propelling pencil? Isn't that dinky and pretty? I'm going to pop that in there and see whether I can do a deal, if I remember.
How's Margie getting on in Huddersfield?
That is a little potpourri. So you put your little scented leaves in there, rose petals, and put it on the table, and the idea is that you'd make the room smell nice. Unfortunately, the hinge is gone, but it's an easy repair. I think this is probably Edwardian. I need to check the dates, which I will do later. But I really like it, but it's not going to be cheap.
So, the potpourri and the gas heater. Fingers crossed for a good deal.
Sam, like, this is up my street, this. Oh, it's broken.
Now, play fair, Margie.
Now, this cabinet is where things come straight into the shop.
Do they?
So you're probably wondering why that hasn't got a price on.
No, I know. So, I like it.
Very nice.
And I'd like to buy that too.
Mm-hmm.
Buying two things. That is how much?
Best price is 80 quid.
Not 75, because I'm having that as well. And that's 20.
Yeah, OK. That's all right.
95?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you happy?
I'm always happy. Thank you.
What a gentleman, eh?
I'm always happy. I'm the happy antique dealer.
Oh, that's good.
You're looking pleased as punch yourself, Margie.
Kind of you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nabbing the silver potpourri for £75 and the gas heater for £20, coming to a total of £95.
And there it is.
That means she's got 105 smackers still to splash. Over in Halifax, I think Mark's on his way to try and nab a great deal himself, having found a deskette for £25 and mobile phone for £30. Oh wait, look, he spotted something else.
By royal appointment. Handy stool. Now this I like. This is the sort of thing I would use myself. Not that I have delusions of grandeur or anything like that, you have to understand. I love the little cipher here. The 2 is missing between the E and R for Elizabeth, our late Queen, much beloved. And what we're looking at is a government bag, so this might have been used by a government official. We've got a wonderful brass Chubb lock here. I think this sort of thing is a stylish way of reusing older pieces. I mean, why go out and buy a brand new briefcase when you can have something by royal appointment? £50 though, that's rather smart. And that can come with me.
He's kind of like a kid in a sweet shop in here. You can't blame him. Mid-century whiz and all that.
Richard, hello.
Hello. Might do find something good.
Not much, only half the shop.
So I found this case.
Okay.
And I also found the mobile phone.
Oh, yes.
And then also a little sort of wooden deskette.
Yeah.
And then a miniature pencil. For the whole lot?
And I'll do £100 for all those.
Let me shake you by the hand and contribute towards your bill.
Thank you.
So, Mark's mid-century spending spree has come to a total of £100.
£100.
Picking up the phone for 28, the briefcase for 48, and the deskette and propelling pencil for 24.
Thank you very much, good sir. I
Thank
shall
you.
collect my treasures.
He's only got half of his £200 budget left. You better watch those pennies, Mark. Time to find Margie and get back on this road trip, I think. Ah, there she is, foraging for a spot of lunch. If it's wild, then it's fair game, as long as you're not trespassing.
There's a rich seam here,
A rich seam.
and you're taller than I am.
I am. For
fact,
once, I have a
I'm
use.
really surprised how tall you are.
Antique hunting is hungry work.
They are, aren't they?
No, really good.
Just make sure you know your berries before you try this at home.
Look, will you stop eating them? I've only got enough for jam.
You can make little tiny pots, you know, like the ones you get in hotels. That works.
That's true.
Steady on, man. You're meant to wash them first. Your hands, I mean.
There's a small problem with the Kia. Actually, there's a small problem with Mark, I think, is the fact.
Well, we'll get there tomorrow at this rate.
Are you in thirds?
I think I might be. Hang on, let me try this again. Oh dear.
It was all going so well.
It was all going so... Oh, there we go. Whee! Ha-ha! And we're off again!
There we go. I knew the Roadster wouldn't let us down.
Hey, there's a mirror.
There's not one on my side.
That is a rare thing in a car of this age.
No expense spared.
Marvellous. Happy belly.
Our dynamic duo are arriving in Cleckheaton, just south of Bradford, a proud textile town famous for its wool production, and there's sure to be at least 3 bags full of treasures over at Black Dyke Antiques.
And here it is, on a fabulous day.
Well, good luck.
My dear, after you.
Thank you, sir.
Forever the gentleman, Mark. I wouldn't let her get too far ahead, though. There's a full warehouse space to be explored, watched over by dealer Barry and his trusty assistants Willow and Freddie. Who's a pretty boy, then?
There's so much here.
Marvellous.
It's in the drawers, it's in the cupboards, it's on the floor, it's on the table, it's everywhere.
What fun.
Out in the hot countries, swipe the flies away.
So while Margie is daydreaming of tropical climates, I wonder if Mark is getting warmer in his hunt for a bargain.
Now here's a little treasure. Eee. This is a fantastic piece of modern design. So it was produced by a company called Chance Brothers of Smethwick. And the pattern, which is known as Calypto, was designed by a pioneering glass artist and glassmaker called Michael Harris. I'm looking at the price there, it's £12. What's this going to do at auction for me? $11.99? Do you know, I just don't see it. It's a scarce piece from the range, but I just think it's not doing it for me at auction. Lovely thing.
Not a dishy enough deal to be had there, Mark. What about the other one? Has she gotten to work yet?
Margie Cooper, she talks to the animals.
Yes. Like Dr. Doolittle. The black and white one is. This one's looking a bit bored.
Do you know, folk don't appreciate good conversation these days.
It's having
Hang on a minute, they're giving you clues, aren't they? They're telling you where everything is. I know your game, Margie Cooper.
Well, now she's had her feathers ruffled, it looks like Margie has finally got her head into the game.
Ah. Oh, this looks nice. A cane. Looks as though it's been lacquered, but it's got silver mounts on it. It's Chester hallmark, which is a plus. And if I remember rightly, it's a sort of scrolled H, so it's 1908, that dates it. If that's price is all right, I'm going to buy them.
Marvellous. Now, what about you, Mark? Any luck over there?
Ha-ha, a local boy. We're only really a couple of miles from Halifax. What I'm looking at here is a piece of shelf pottery which was produced in Halifax, but I know I'm not going to buy it, much as I love it, simply because they're just not making money at auction right now. I hate to use a cliche, antiques of the future, but you know what? This is it.
Now, what's going on over at the till?
Yeah, I think it's one of them, you sort of hold it higher up
Yeah.
and then tap it out, flick it out.
High up.
A bit higher up, yeah.
Oh, we pull you.
All right, go on.
Hey!
English coach driving whips were once exported all over the world in the 19th and 20th centuries due to their fine craftsmanship. Designed not to lash the horse itself, but to drive them forward with ease of sound. Could be a cracking lot, this.
Go on.
Hey!
That's the one. That is the one.
Quite like that. How much is it?
I can do 25 quid on it. Which is cheap. It really is cheap for that.
Now, where has Mark got to? Any closer to that antique of the moment?
I do like a good trunk. And this one's battered, it's been all over the place, and you've got labels on it too. So you've got GWR for Great Western Railway. Oh, and inside it's made of wicker, which I rather like. This dome top is rather fun too. So what's this going to date from? I don't know, 1900, 1920-ish or so. But you know what? If I can get this at the right price, I think I'd like to give this a go. For me, that's shabby chic.
That 20th century trunk is unpriced. Time to speak to Barry, I think.
Harry.
Hello.
Yeah, right.
I've spotted one thing, a battered trunk. What's the best you can do me?
Give you a chance. 25 quid.
20?
Yeah, go on. 20 quid. You got to do
Fantastic.
it.
Thank you very much indeed. Here we go, £20.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
And
indeed,
Mark,
sir.
it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Fantastic shot. Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Mark is packing his trunk for the auction, leaving him with £80 still to spend. Nice.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? This is a merit badge. I think this was to try and encourage people to look after their horses. And that's 1916. I'm going to think about it, because I like it. I don't even know how much it is.
She sold on it, but will Barry sell it for a bargain? That's the question.
I don't think it can stand alone, really.
No, you'd have to
So how
get
much
something
is
with
it?
it. I'll give you a sporting chance. 30 quid.
Everything's 30 quid in this place.
It's a good price, isn't it? It's a good average price.
You can't deny that logic. So what about all three of Margie's discoveries together?
So one's 25.
Yep.
That's overpriced at 30.
You overpriced at that one.
And this walking stick.
60 quid for all three. There you go.
Margie has just bagged herself a carriage whip for £20, a horse buckle for 20 quid, and a walking cane for 20 smackaroonies.
There it is.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you very much.
problem.
Enjoyed being here and looking round.
I'm glad you've come.
Coming to a grand total of £60, leaving her with just 45 quid in her pocket.
Hope to see you again.
Bye. Yeah. Do worry about these cars, don't you, with leaking?
Well, we won't be having the top down today, will we? Maybe tomorrow.
Like a couple of sporty people.
Sporty people.
Young people. Young
Yes, sporty young people.
In our MGB.
I think you two antique athletes better get some sleep. More shopping tomorrow. Nighty-night. It's another bracing day in Yorkshire, and Mark is back behind the wheel of the 1980 MGB Roadster.
Those arms are folded. You're about to make pronouncement again. What now? It's too hot, too cold. It's rainy.
Yeah, I'm quite happy, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
You look
I'm happy in your company, Mark.
Aww.
You know what you are?
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
What I call, you're a snappy dress.
Oh, okay, I'll take that.
Well, this charming man certainly made some rather dapper discoveries yesterday, making a whopping 4 purchases. A mid-century briefcase,
Now this I like.
a deskette writing pad and pencil, a 20th century trunk, and a retro mobile phone.
It looks like a brick.
I've heard a rumour that you were once a model.
Oh, not that old blooming chestnut. Yeah, ages ago. Funnily enough, I remember coming up to Yorkshire and going to the mills there where they would make a range of clothes. And so the designer would be there, so she would design all these clothes, and then we'd be called in to wear them. And so they'd look and think, well, she looks a mess in that. We won't put that up.
Well, nothing could stand in Margie's way yesterday as she scooped up 5 separate purchases, picking up an Art Deco gas heater, a silver case, and a walking cane.
Oh, this looks nice.
Not to mention a horse buckle and a carriage whip.
Hey!
So what would you never, ever tell anyone?
Well, people can figure out age usually, can't they? They can tell I'm 52. So, so you've got weight.
And a lot.
You don't.
You're a brave man, Mark.
You don't talk about weight.
No.
And you
Politics.
talk about age, size of your bum.
Well, I've got no bum, I don't mind.
I know, I have noticed. Little slender thing, aren't you?
I know, if he gets a wind up, I'll be in the next county.
Like 2 eggs in a hanky, as my mother used to say. Before going on the hunt for some final antiques, Margie and Mark are stopping by the nearby town of Dewsbury to explore one of Yorkshire's oldest and proudest traditions.
Empty rooms every night, no laughter, no light, cold dinners in the dark, once a fire, now no spark, words we never speak, promises now feel weak, memories start to fade, love lost in the charade, once we danced.
A surprise discovery that sheds light on the town's musical past.
So, Derek, where are you taking me?
I'm taking you 46 steps up to the tower to the secret room.
Oh, lead on.
She's being shown around today by Derek, the keeper of a hidden legacy.
Oh, crikey, here we go. So you've got a rope here?
You can use that if you wish.
Yeah. Hey, these are a bit, aren't they? Are we here?
No.
Not easy, is it?
Derek is about to share an unusual discovery he's made in the church tower.
Like, how many steps have I just flipping well climbed?
After 46 steps on the spiral staircase, you have now made it to the clock room.
So why have you brought me up here, Derek?
I brought you here, Margie, to show you
Right.
the banana boxes of bells that we found up here.
Right.
And if we look at this one,
Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
this is
Wow, was that a handbell?
this is a handbell.
Good gracious.
And the note goes on for ages and ages and ages.
Musical handbell ringing is a tradition that goes back centuries in England. What started off as a pastime for farmers and shepherds soon developed into a competitive national sport in the 1800s.
Yes,
Right.
This
D.
is an E. Yes, we normally rings them up and out.
How many did you find? I mean,
In here, when I laid them out downstairs on the floor,
yeah,
there were 121 bells.
yeah.
This impressive array of handbells were left in the church tower for safekeeping by the original Dewsbury handbell ringers, a legendary local band who competed on the national stage in the 1800s. In the church, more traditional handbell ringing goes all the way back to the 13th century. So while they may have been missing that musical flair back in those days, perhaps this is a fitting resting place for those old bells after all.
We know that these bells belonged to the original Dewsbury handbell ringers because every bell on the handset
They're fabulous, aren't they?
is stamped
Yeah, this is all beautiful leather. Yeah.
with a little stamp there.
Oh, they're fabulous. They really are.
DHBB.
Yeah, and made to last. Were there competitions and things?
All over the country.
Really?
Big competitions.
Yeah.
And in 1888, the Dewsbury Band won the national championship at Bellevue in Manchester.
Oh, how
The
proud.
top band in the country.
The trophy itself can be found just down the road at Huddersfield University in the first national exhibition dedicated to tune ringing on handbells.
So this is the famous Bellevue Trophy.
Yes, it's the British Open trophy.
Mark has popped in to meet local historian Peter and find out why Yorkshire led the way in these once heated championships.
A lot of the bands in Yorkshire and Lancashire were miners because you had to have good coordination of hand in order to hew the coal. And also, miners were very good at helping each other. And so that's all part of it.
Was it well attended? Did hundreds, thousands of people come?
The hall itself, I've got the figures, and it held 10,000 people standing. The people at the back couldn't hear much because it was a big ballroom, if a band had done well, that passed messages down and say, well, that was a great performance.
Sadly, due to so many young men losing their lives prematurely in the First World War, the championships came to an end in 1925. But Peter and others like him are now inspiring a new generation to take up the craft.
We started with a mixed band of women, a few men, kids, and we built it up. It's a hobby that anybody could learn.
Well, it seems Margie is about to put the theory to the test. The present-day Dewsbury handbell ringers are finding out if she's got what it takes.
Your music is here. Right. It's Twinkle Twinkle, so you know the tune.
I don't know it.
Oh, Margie.
Great start.
Let's go for it.
2, 3, 4.
Don't get this.
May need a bit of assistance there, Margie.
Hey?
I think that's enough rehearsal time, don't you? Time for a live audience.
Ah, here's Mark. Hi, darling.
Hello, my dear. I'm looking forward to this.
Wait
Twinkle,
to
twinkle,
be
little star.
impressed.
We believe in you, Margie. Show us what you've got.
Hey, well done.
How about that?
Bravo, bravo.
You are a little star indeed. With music still ringing in their ears, Mark and Margie are on a high as they motor on up the road to Morley, another proud textile town that once sent exports across the world, even reputedly providing material for both sides of the American Civil War. Mark still has a war of his own to win, having been dropped off by Margie at the Morley Antique Centre. He's got £80 left in his pocket, but this treasure trove of trinkets is sure to be hiding a few bargains, especially with dealer Bernie standing by to lend a hand. How kind.
The colours and the petrol-y sheen, almost like it's sort of been dipped in petrol, giving this incredible iridescence, suggests that this was made during the Art Nouveau period. So looking at this piece here, what we've got is this sort of pearlescent body here in this cream, translucent glass. And that's been hand-blown, and then the rim has been crimped, and then it's been trailed all over by hand with very, very fine threads of molten, transparent green glass. Then it's been fumed with something like stannous oxide, a chemical, to give this wonderful sort of shimmering, iridescent colour.
Gosh, that's special. Price, please.
The price tag says £45. It's a bit dicey at auction, to be honest. Glass is a real passion of mine. I'm going to hold it close to my heart and shop on.
Oh, he does love his glass, that one. As Mark shops on, Margie has zipped on up ahead to Pudsey on the outskirts of Leeds, a northern home of cricket heroes where legends like Herbert Sutcliffe first learned to wield a bat. Margie's looking to knock 'em for 6 in Swiss cottage antiques, a warehouse simply packed with variety. And of course, there's dealer John keeping an eye on things. £45 left, remember.
Oh, this is cute. Look at this. Oh, it's up my street, this. Look at that. That is a novelty, quirky little item. Obviously, it's a miniature coal bucket. Probably late Victorian, early 20th century, so it's 100 years old. Isn't it lovely? I mean, look, what a quirky little item. It's to hold sugar, right? And you've got your little scoop, but it's modelled on a coal bucket. Really nice. It's silver plate.
Coal buckets would have been quite the in thing during Victorian times. Back then, they used to call them perdoniums. Shall we take it to the till?
It's too dear for me because I'm running out of cash. It's £95.
Perhaps not then.
Well, it's going to go back.
Got to watch those pennies, Margie, especially with the competition hot on your heels. He's found one glass buy already. Anything else bowling you over, Mark?
You know, when I see cabinets like these, I can't help but go and have a good old rummage through all of these little treasures just waiting to be discovered. I've been thinking about the deskette and that itsy bitsy teeny weeny tiny propelling pencil I bought. I love them both and I think they're great things, but they kind of just need a bit more oomph, I think, to make it really fly at auction.
Yeah, can't say no to a bit of oomph.
What I'm looking for is something that's a bit more writing equipment based. So that's more like it. That looks like it's made of silver to me. So we've got a little pencil holder here with free pencil. And yep, there's hallmarks, Birmingham hallmark with a little anchor. And that probably dates from about, I don't know, 1910, 1920. It is plain, but it's only £14. So I'm going to put that down here.
Great find. Oh, look, he's not done yet.
Oh, now that is nice. So we have a little variegated, coloured agate seal. So this is the sort of thing that you would have sealed a letter with. And what have we got engraved on there? So engraved on it is a horseshoe, a sign of luck. I like that, and that's £18. And then I love this, a small celluloid jockey's cap. And it's a tape measure. What's that? A tenner. And that probably dates from what, the 1920s, 1930s? So I've got 18, 14 and 10. So that's 28, 38, 42. I think that's a really cute lot and exactly the sort of thing I find in a little toy box like this. Bernie, hello there.
Hi, Mark.
Amazing place.
Thank you.
Full of stuff.
Indeed.
And I've taken 4 pieces out,
Very
which
good.
I love. So we've got this selection of desk accessories there, and then an Art Glass Art Nouveau bowl.
Lovely, that.
So I think we've got 14, 18, 10, and 45, 87.
Yes.
Your best price would be?
70.
Let me shake you by the hand.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much
And good
indeed.
luck.
Very nicely done, sir.
60, 70 whole pounds.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're
Take care,
welcome.
Bernie.
So, Mark has got himself a pencil, a measuring tape and a seal for a combined price of £35, while also picking up a glass bowl for another £35, leaving him with just a tenner left. Cutting it fine. Now, what about that Margie Cooper? Found anything within budget yet?
You know, you walk into a place like this, it's enormous. There's a lot to see. And often you walk past the thing you're going to buy. And this is right near the front door. I walked past it, didn't see it. I've come back to it, and this is what I'm going to buy.
Oh, well spotted. Bell jars, also known as parlour jars, were much loved by the Victorians, who had a passion for presenting miniature worlds and macabre discoveries under glass, protecting anything from floral arrangements and plant biomes to surgical curiosities. Typical Victorians.
That is jolly handy for somebody who's looking for a glass dome to put something important in. It's £20. I'm really pleased that there is a profit to be made there.
Time to have a chat with John, I reckon.
John.
Yes.
I've had a good look round,
Right.
but I'm fancying the dome on the wooden base.
Yes.
I'm not going to haggle.
Oh, good.
I'm going to pay the price that's on it at £20.
Thank you.
And I'll shake your hand.
It's a pleasure taking money off you.
Thank you very much, John.
And I hope you do well on it.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye, love.
So that's a final £20 purchase for Margie on this leg of the trip, picking up a lovely bell jar for auction, meaning she spent £175 of her £200 budget.
I'm quite happy with my purchases.
Should I be worried?
No, I'm sure you're quite happy, aren't you? The best way to make somebody laugh on this road trip, you can't show that you're laughing.
Okay.
It's when your opposition takes a hit at the option.
That's fighting talk, Margie.
And excuse me, it's raining, and it's only because it's raining I'm not stopping and letting you out here. Okay, I've got sabotage already and being laughed at in the auction when it doesn't go my way.
Look, I'm a human being.
What?
I want to win.
Well, we'll see who's laughing at auction, shan't we? Get some shut-eye, you two. The time has come. our antique aficionados are about to put their purchases to the test as they go under the gavel.
I always get so excited, I'm like a little child.
Don't you get a bit nervous?
Well, yeah, but I try to cover it by sort of, you know, being excited.
Getting overexcited?
After crawling their way through West Yorkshire towards Leeds, they've taken a quick detour to Bolton for the first auction of the journey at Bolton Auction Rooms. Bidders are eagerly poised in their seats online, and bids have been left with auctioneer Harry Howcroft.
Last call, the gavel's up then at £240.
Margie spent £175 and has 5 lots ready to sell. What do you reckon, Harry?
The late Victorian carriageway makes up a nice lot with the merit badge or the horse brass. It does make a nice group and it should do OK in the auction.
Mark spent £190 over this leg of the trip with 5 lots of his own to sell.
The early 20th century desk accessories, the plated pollen pencil, the jockey tape measure, very nice item. I do expect to have some interest in this lot.
Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
You ready?
It's Mark's beloved glass up first.
Iridescent glass, so much quality, so much work.
Signed or anything?
No, but good maker.
I've got 50 bids straight in at £50 bid, I'll take 5. 55 bid online now. 55.
£20 profit.
OK.
Not bad. I think he was hoping for a little more, though.
Well, I thought it was very pretty, actually.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's Margie's silver-mounted cane up next.
I think my walking cane is very smart.
I agree with you. Nice mounts on it, collectible area.
Chester.
Quality.
35 bid at £35 bid. I've got 40 new bidder. Oh, £40 bids in the room. I've got £50 bid. You got 5. Gavels up then at £50. Thank you.
Thank you.
More than double your money. Not a bad start.
Oh, the sweet smell of success.
Can Her Late Majesty come to Mark's rescue, I wonder?
It's just a bit battered. But find me another one.
Be quiet. You fell for it.
I did.
I've got 24 with me on commission. 24, 26, 28, £30 bid. 35, got 40, 40 in the room. 45, 50 in the room, thank you. Ladies bid of £50.
I'm happy with that. It's a profit. Yeah,
I
it's
thought it would have
okay.
fetched more than that.
A profit is a profit.
But congratulations.
Is the original.
Time to clear the air, maybe. This potpourri should sweeten the deal.
So it's embossed and it's quite
It's lovely. And crisp detail.
£55 bid, 60 in a else. £55 bid, 60 bid, 65 bid. Goes up then at £65. Cute.
Oh, Margie.
Devastated.
Margie.
Oh dear. I'm surprised they turned their noses up at that.
That is a devastation.
That's sad.
That is.
Someone got a great deal.
Perhaps something a bit more retro will be to their taste.
I bought a 1980s mobile phone. It's hugely collectible area.
I've got a drawer full
History
of
of
I've got a drawer full
communication,
of
Margie. History of communication.
10 bidders to start.
That was it.
£10 bid, 12 bid in the room, thank you. 12 in the room. All done at 12.
Try to look a tad less delighted about it, Margie.
What can I say?
Well, let's find out if you've been burning cash yourself, shall we?
My Art Deco gas heater, just what you want.
I like it.
I've got £28 bid, £28 bid, £30 bid with me. Last call then, £30 with me then at 30.
Still a profit.
Yeah, but that was all right.
Excellent work. Moving on.
Lukewarm. It's lukewarm. Maybe not hot.
If it's gone to a good home.
Better look sharp. It's time for Mark's desk accessories.
I know it's a bit of a mixed lot, but there are some little gems in there.
Was it all together?
It's all together.
£35 bid straight and online, £40 bid, 45 in the room, 55 in the room, 60. It's a 5 in a else. £6 bid, I'll take 5. Do you want to go one more?
Go on.
65 in the room now.
Stop it. You're not allowed.
£65 bed in the room. Have we all done it? 65.
Thank you.
Another profit.
I'm not doing very well today, am I?
I think you're doing pretty well, Mark. Every little helps. Let's see if Margie's bell jar does any better.
Now, you can't get excited about my next lot. It's just a dome.
£26 bid. 26, no. 28 I'll take. We all done and finished it. £26. Thank you.
Well done.
Happy with that, Margie?
I expected £40 for that.
Greedy.
There's no pleasing some people. Mark could still send her packing with the next one.
I know it's not everybody's taste. It is a little grimy. It's not Louis Vuitton or another great...
If it was Louis Vuitton, you wouldn't have bought it for 20 quid.
No, I wouldn't. You're right. It'd have been hundreds, not thousands of pounds.
We've had quite a bit of interest in this.
there you go.
We can start the bid straight in at £40 bid. At £40 bid, I'll take 5. I've got 50 in the room now. 55, 60, 55 bid to my right. £65 bid. Last call then at £65. Thank you.
I'm really pleased with that. That's good news.
Of course you are.
Triple the money. Gosh, that was a good spot.
Well, that's fantastic.
45.
I'm happy with that.
Last out of the gate, we have Margie's carriage whip and horse medallion.
But the whip's a good one.
Is this a new career as a carriage driver?
I've got 85 to start online. £85 bid. Is it 90 anyway? At 85, 95, £100 bid. 110 now. I've got 120 bid, 130 bid, 140, 150, 160, 170 now. We're online at 170, 180.
I'll have to buy a horse.
190 bid. 190 bid. 200 bid. 220 now. 220, 240. It's a cracking law. 240 bid. The gavel's up then at £240.
Thank you, Harry.
Yes! Well, that was a pretty whip-smart purchase, wasn't it, Margie?
Well, I never. Well, I go to the foot of our stairs.
I'll come with you. After sale room fees, Mark has made a profit, finishing with £212.54p. Good effort, Mark. But not quite good enough to beat Margie Cooper, who after sale room fees has ended up with a very impressive £362.02, with all profits going to children in need. So that's 1-0 to Margie, and there's still plenty of time for a comeback as our duo heads north.
It's all right for you.
Gosh, it was the whip that did it.
It was. Well done.
Yeah,
Cracking by.
I'm into whips now, I'll tell you in a big way.
Blimey. Next time, Margie gives Mark a few lessons.
And I feel a bit thrutched up. It's a Lancashire phrase.
Before poring over a few antiques.
Ooh, ooh.
While Mark takes to the waves.
I need my buttons to launch my missiles.
And kicks off a local event with a bang.
Oh!